Ladies and gentlemen, the second alarm house fire has broke out in Coal Township. We are on the scene before pre-arrival, fully involved. Ladies and gentlemen, it is fully involved in the rear of this house. Second alarm has been struck.
First line operations, 134.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first engine has arrived. Getting water supply hooked up. They have 1 second alarm. We have the rescue here. everybody is out of the structure. Everybody has gotten out. They're getting water on it now. Master stream operation going on. Minutes of being on the scene, they have a positive water supply, lots of water flowing onto the fire. They're trying to get a big knock on it fast as they can. These men and women, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Everybody climbed out of bed, rushed to the station to get their gear on to get out here, and we got a big turnout already. Mad props to the volunteer fire departments in the coal region. Once again, everybody was out of the building safely. So, ladies and gentlemen, they are getting a good knock on the fire from what I can see on this side that I'm at. It is going pretty good towards the rear, so we're going to stick back in this area. They're beaching the truck 32 is beaching. There they go. Smoking Bureau fire. Let's get it, boys and ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Truck 32 setting up right there on the other side of the trees from us. We're going to wander back out this way to get out of the way of what they got going on. Just to be safe, we want to keep our safe distance from everything. Coltmont has just arrived with their rescue. And I want to get out of this area just in case they need to park more apparatuses in here. So I'm going to go back up to, there's a little side road up here. We'll stick up here in this area so we can stay out of the way of these men and women doing an awesome job tonight. Overlook is here.
Work off the wall over to the stop dollar and any further. Engine 20 is Coal Township, man. Okay, we're coming in from the Prison Drive Warrior, and we look at the water evidence truck. Copy, just to confirm, what side is the hydrant on when we come in? The coal line, I'm not sure the water's going to have a grab on it. I don't want that, but...
We got the ladder truck up now, ladder 32's up in the air. front now. interior attack, it looks like. I could be wrong, though. A lot of black smoke rolling out right now up the back. Off the side, actually, I'm sorry. Fire coming out of there, up here. Probably around that side, too, because of the way he's spraying over there. Not 100% positive. But yeah, these men and women are doing a great job. They're trying to get it done. They're fighting against a heck of a thing right now, so give them their credit. The biggest thing is everybody made it out safe, though. That is what matters. Get out, stay out if your house ever catches fire. Remember, get out, stay out. Material items are replaceable, your life isn't. Catch these at nighttime. I don't ever see these during the daytime anymore. It's a tragic thing to see in general. But I mean, look at this wonderful turnout of volunteers. None of these people here are getting paid to be here. They volunteer their time, their life on the line to come out here in your time of need. I can't say it enough. You gotta give them credit. All across the world. Volunteer firefighters. Lots of stuff going on. There's people inside the building now. We still got fire coming out of multiple areas. So, let's crack on. Y'all see that? Of a flashover. Probably gonna happen in a minute. Let's hope not. Double team. having a heck of a time with this, aren't they? Because even now the first floor is catching again. Playing games, they are soaking this thing down. That's why you see so much smoke right now. There is smoke everywhere. God, I need my Orion Explorer mask. I forgot it today. I was in a hurry to get out here to get to this. I realized that the Osmo was recording on narrow, so I hope that that footage of the pre-arrival works out for me. If not, I'll figure one way, shape, or form to make it work. The lights you see up there, ladder truck's up there. I know it's hard to see in the snow. it, I think this one's going to be a total loss. A lot of flashovers happening. There goes another. It just seems like this one just ripped right through it. So when I first got here, the back of this building right here is what was fully involved. The chief beat me here, but I beat the apparatus here. This one was the first one on the scene right here for engines. Master stream from the truck is now going. We're gonna get some big time water on it real fast. Here we go. Maybe to rise it up a little bit, but I'm not professional, so I'm gonna let them do their thing. There it goes. He got a lot of pressure coming out now. This guy's really fighting the ridge here really hard, isn't he? The peak of the house there. He's keeping that thing nice in check. Good job, y'all. I know they got to get tired holding that pressure nozzle for so long. That's got to be tiresome. So, mad credit to these volunteers. It is now, let's take a look here. The Coal Region Explorer cell phone. It is 2:27 a.m. 2:27 a.m. And all of these folks turned out. As far as I can see down the road is lines and lines of fire trucks. The ones that came from the other end of the Coal Region, more towards Mount Carmel and Atlas, came up this way. So we got a nice line up that way as well. But I'm across the street here a little bit. As you see, this is a turn in the road here. So I'm across the street over here. I'm actually a little bit ways out of the smoky area. Not far though. Looks like we have water shooting over or coming from inside. We're not sure exactly. I'm gonna go with shooting over, looking at the stream down there. I think that's the one shooting over. Not anymore though. Just my assessment from where I'm standing. Don't count me as the pro here, of course. Alright, so up here, which will be our canteen rehab unit, brings all the nutrition for the firefighters, water, food, extra supplies needed for a fire scene like this magnitude. So that's called the rehab unit. Well, you know me, always prepared. Got my cup of coffee with me. I actually made a cup of coffee. I'm waiting on Carson to arrive still. Actually trying to put my coffee back in my pocket. It ain't working. Holding the camera in one hand and not the other, right? There we go. Now that should work sufficiently. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, once again, mad props, mad respect to all these volunteer firemen. Looks like 32 is moving theirs. See, I'm watching these wires move a lot, so I kind of keeping an eye on where they are. In case they want to go down, I know I can get away from them. So that, they are pretty rocky at the moment, getting hit. So, not sure if PP&L ever made it on the scene yet. Yeah, this is such a beautiful home too. There he is. I finally ran into him. I beat you here this time.
Well, when the alarm went off, I thought it was a dream. I looked up and the red light's on. I'm like, I got a call.
Yeah, for the first time I actually beat you here. That'll never happen again, right? Yeah, I just happen to be awake and not doing much, you know. Oh, overshoot my far. Oh, that's not. Oh boy. Everybody else runs for it, right? But yeah, the fire is now coming out the roof.
But the thing is, too, they want that to vent out the top.
Yeah, the heat pressure going about.
Like a chimney.
Yep. Wow, now it's really ripping up there.
Yeah. Look at them, it's going everybody's back.
Yeah,
whoa! Horrible shot. The problem is with that smoke, they can't see it.
Yeah. So as you see, they're setting up the rehab here. They come all the way from Danville. Continental, I believe they're called. Everybody's pulling out of that area right there where they're blasted with the master spring. I'm sure that didn't feel too good. So we gotta get some of that. But from what I know, everybody got out safe. So that's good
They
there.
were taken to the hospital.
Yeah, definitely for a checkout. But I remember it, when I first heard it, it came in as entrapment.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And-
Fire through the rear with the truck.
Yep, but nobody was entrapped at least. Here, ladies and gentlemen, that's a master stream. Hand lines. These are really powerful hand lines here, like 250s. Now they got fire venting through the roof. Which is kind of what you want in this situation. You want it to be able to vent up and out. Trying to get the pressure out of there, the steam. Get all the toxic gases flowing out. This guy, he's been on that nozzle since he got here. Well, almost into an hour now. I don't know how tired that makes you, but I tell you, he's doing a good job over there. Staying with it, sticking with it. That's dedication. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they have a tanker convoy supplying the water here. We only have one hydrant that this engine is actually hooked up to when it first arrived, but there is no other hydrants in the area, so they are doing a tanker shuttle from down that way. So that's what's supplying the water to keep this fire in check, and they're also doing a tanker coming in from this direction as well. Our current situation is we're on the corner here where the road turns. As you see, we're at the rehab center that's being set up for the firemen here. These gentlemen are doing a great job over here. The captain's right here with us. Give them a shot out again. And the fire is ripping through the roof. They're doing their darndest to get this thing out, and they will. You know, firemen, find them hot, leave them wet. good. They're going to come down at some point, maybe. That's why I picked a safer area to stand. You never know when these high power lines are going to come down. This is the chief that's in charge right here. Incident commander. He's on the side just like me. Good tactical vantage point. So you can see the rear, the side, and the front from right here. The hydrant they're using, along with, as you see right here, the tanker convoy going on. There's the dump tanks. So yeah, we had to come down to see the dump tanks going on as well. See how they have the engine hooked up there. They're filling it up with water. Another one's going to back in, fill this one up. there. Probably a lot more down the street is still ready. Do one more walkthrough. I'm on the halfway through my second battery, so I'm not going to be able to get the whole incident today, unfortunately. I do have to get back. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. That one coming down the overlook ladder. Like I said, if we want to see Shamokin, they put their truck right in there, right in the yard. Good job, boys and girls. Y'all are awesome. There are a lot of fires still visible. Like I was saying, as I'm doing my last walkthrough, there's a lot of fire still showing. I don't know if I want this to be my last walkthrough or not. It's all defensive operations right now, so that means they're surrounding the building, and basically a surround and drown. You surround the building and then you drown it. Water. Hit it hard from the yard is another term you could use. Doesn't look anytime soon now, is it? So I stepped on that water bottle there. It scared the living life out of me just now. Yeah, fire's still cooking in there, unfortunately. gonna clean their water bottles up when they're done. They usually don't. Somebody should though. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here in a second, like I said. So ladies and gentlemen, I am about ready to get up out of here. It's getting to be the early hours of the morning. I'm exhausted. I know these firemen are probably going to be twice as much exhausted as I am by the time they're done here. Yeah, we're getting ready to kick rocks. We got the ladder going. This one was backing up there. Smoking was backing up a second ago. I don't know what's up with that, but here we are. Rear structure that was fully involved when we first got here. We were standing pretty much right here by this hydrant waiting for them to arrive. So we were right about here when it all started. Every spectator in the neighborhood is out right now, hanging out doing their thing. So you got people sitting up there, hanging out there, their chairs, everyone on their porches. I mean, why not, right? I'd be out here too, wondering what all the commotion was about. But alright, y'all, I'm gonna walk down here and see more of the tanker convoy. I parked way up at the plaza, so I wouldn't be in the way up here. So let's see if I can get to the vehicle and get out of here. Older looking tanker, really cool looking now. Love the old style lights they have on there. Especially this one here. The ones in the back of this one are really cool. Is that an Aerotech in the front? It is. Those are fancy old lights. I like those ones. This tanker's one in the front. Huh, interesting. Take a look at that real quick. Those lights are awesome. I had it set just like that for my Jeep. But yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, sorry I couldn't stay and get the whole incident, but PP&L is here. Okay, that's awesome. The utility company's here to shut off the power and do what they gotta do. UGI will be another one, the gas company, they'll be out. But yeah, till next time, stay safe everyone. Rise above, crack on. Please say your prayers for these folks, the victims involved. The city inspector for the city of Shamokin, fire chief over there as well. There he is. Another tanker here, ambulance right here. Some people are being released from the scene. American Hose Company out of Sunbury. Okay, that's awesome. And where's this one out of? This one is out of, doesn't say where. Illiesburg, okay. And that looks like it might be an area ambulance down there. I'm not 100% sure. That's a Geisinger ambulance. They have all kinds of different ones. We have a rescue squad here. Rescue Squad 6 out of Shamokin Bureau's Rescue Squad 6. We got Coltmont wagon down here. But yeah, like I said, that's a Geisinger ambulance. Well, we all know who Coltmont is. We see them on almost every call. Smoking Dam is here. Engine 9 dead. A lot of POV vehicles. Personal operated vehicles they are. So these are what they're using out there. The big water on the hose lines. Those are the kind of operations they're using. Those kind of big nozzles like that. Yes, plenty of POV vehicles. I guess it doesn't matter how you get to the fire as long as you get there with your proper PPE. It's all good. So we're coming up to another Shamokin engine. This one is number, couldn't tell you. Oh, that's the new 33. New engine 33. Another ambulance approaching. And there we are, we're at the end of the scene. And the plaza down here where the blue lights are, where Captain's Park is where I'm at. So I'm gonna get down there and hopefully get the heck out of here for the day. So again, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, please be safe. And remember, get out, stay out. Know your exit routes. Check your smoke alarms, make sure your batteries are working. The tanker convoy's filling up way down there on the other side of the bridge. So, until next time, rise above, crack on.